think it's going to be working.
Ooh, something new.
Fire burn. Cauldron bubble.
I think Gerard has a longer set.
Look at that.
Unbelievable. So you can actually paint it in.
Okay, I think it's working. You can see that the thing that we cannot get with the regular cast, right? It actually stays on the surface, right?
And how long do you have?
Well, this one's got 7 minutes set. Right?
I think Gerard bought the 7-minute set one.
Well,
Which means if we need it, we
Jenny
could
said
maybe
it's a
use
7
it for
So be
pennies.
generous, spread it around.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
so it's gonna.
So now I'm just, the brush helps me to bring the bubble, get all the details.
Yeah, because you're breaking
Right.
surface all the time.
So you can see what we couldn't do with the,
With the pour.
you see it's holding on the surface, right? And it's a perfect paste that you can actually control and build up the thickness, right? So you can actually make the hollow cast. Well, this is one that just if you missed, it's a 7-minute set.
Isn't that what you have? Didn't you get the longer set? What is the
What
number on
number
the
is
long
this?
set?
326.
I think you bought 326, and if
If
you
you
did,
have 327, it's a 20-minute set. Yes, the little kind of detail that.
26.
so we have 320. Can we open those if we need to and use it and buy it from you?
I guess so. They haven't been opened yet.
Well,
They're
what are they
new.
sitting there for?
The little detail, an important one.
Well,
that
I was going to do some molds later on, but how long will it last after it's open?
How
You
long?
said it should last for a
how
year.
about a year?
Then it's fine.
Okay. So remember that the first one we were mixing, we were adding the pigment and the marble dust in one of the components because it was a very little, very short pot life. In this case, we want to know exactly what consistency we are getting. That means I'm kneading them all together at once because I have the longer pot life, and I'm adding Cabosil till I get this consistency.
However, we do have Cabosil bumps.
So
What happens if we put this Cabosil through a sieve first
no, I
and
don't
got
think
rid
it
of the
will work.
lumpiness?
I don't know. Well, listen, this
But you can see it.
no, this is the first time I do it, and the thing I wanted to make sure is
Is
it possible at all?
Okay.
Yes, it is. Look at it. Look at that.
But I'm thinking
Not only
that
is it
if you
possible,
wanted
but
a
it
nice,
gives you
consistent and
opportunity to
smooth
work it.
surface, that
Let's
it may
see what-
have to be
We
put
will
through a
just-
sieve.
Well,
You're
I
talking
think
about that other.
There's nothing, the container's closed and nothing's airborne right now.
well,
very-
I think it's like with the concrete, right? When you put in concrete, you never see
You think that the surface is going to be clean?
you never see aggregate on the surface, right? Because
Okay.
when you apply it with a brush, you have to get it all breaking up.
And I think the clumping happened only when you
And he really
mix.
pressed it into the.
No, no, it's clumpy. The
Cabosil
Cabosil's clumpy.
It's really fine. There's
Yeah,
nothing
but
to
it's
say.
clumpy. It's always clumpy.
But I think
You sound like the guy who was trying to sell you
Okay,
something
now I
other
can
than
see-
marble dust to mix into your resin.
Okay, I don't think the Cabosil actually retards the time because we are now 6 minutes through.
Yeah.
From
And
the
it's still
start.
very
And it's
pliable.
And
beginning to,
I feel the heat, right?
so it's, okay, so there's no.
It's starting to set up.
It's
Yeah.
starting to set.
Okay, we can finish working with the brush. Let's just clean up the edges, right, and shape it all a little bit inside. So it's all
silly.
doable. So now you can see that if you have, let's say, access to the open back mold like this,
I
you
can
can
scrape it off.
you can be in full control of building your thickness.
Wow.
However, to get into all those little nooks and crannies, I think a more liquid.
Well, you again,
Well, what do you think? I think that the brush isn't going to get into
No.
it.
knowing that
finer.
you have, you can do that. You can start with a face coat.
And then do
That's right.
back
And
up
build
with this.
up
So
the
the
thickness.
first coat is the
As
same
would
as
do
the
very
roly
liquid.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
liquidy, and then the second one you can
because
paint.
you've got really
Okay,
insane. No, it's okay. It's
Stop
good. I
saying
mean,
it like you
Okay. Well, it's kind of
voice
getting.
of doom.
how fascinating.
Okay, and we actually have this one ready to go.
Oh,
Huh?
It's thick enough that we don't need to back that one up.
Okay.
So Janet will, it seems that I'm gonna be
Okay, here we go. This is our.
in tomorrow.
That's pretty good. So we do the same things. We put all the information below on the mold.
Yeah, like an open
It's
face
4 liters
sandwich.
volume.
Right.
Right. 4 liters and 800.
800, yeah.
Okay, 4.8.
See what he's teaching you? Write the volumes down on your molds.
I am.
Not only the mold, it's also the amount of the. Yeah, let's put it here too, right? So the technique that we are going to use has to do with painting the plastic, right? Because plastic is notoriously difficult to paint. It's a surface that's not porous. Whatever you put on it peels off, right? So to provide this kind of grip, I recommend powder coating. So you spray it with a mold release, heavy release, and you put the powder. It could be aluminum, it could be bronze, or anything. Then you dust it off.
You can powder coat with the marble dust as well, right?
I'm not sure about that.
You're not sure?
I'm not sure about that. Because the metal provides the real grip.
Right.
With a future paint.
Right.
So, it's aluminum or bronze, and then you can paint it.
Okay.
But what I discovered is that its own decorative properties which we are going to use. Okay, so Melanie is going to take it to the room and spray it heavily, right? I would actually recommend
Yes, sir, take it
to
out.
pull it out, and because we want the mold to get, the mold release to get everywhere, right? So even just spray everywhere.
Great, okay.
Because success here is going to be how heavily the mold is covered with mold release. The more mold release here,
It's the same thing as smoothing.
Yes, it's the same product. Okay, I'll be back in a minute.
so it seemed to be a little bit of the wasteful, but you'll see that most of the metal we're going to get right back.
She wants it.
So just get it all in. Right? So then what?
2
2
pounds.
pounds.
Do I have to bring up the bucket?
No. Okay. Okay, then we just start moving it around, making sure that. So this piece of paper is actually
It's trapping the excess.
helps us to put all the material back into the.
That's why you wanted it stiff, so it could form a jelly.
You see how cool it gets?
Yeah.
Okay, looks pretty good to me. Okay, now what we are going to get rid of the excess of the material.
Do you want a brush to brush it off the top there?
No.
No?
Why?
Well, because there's some stuck to the outside.
It's not going to save much, honestly. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. See the full coverage of the whole area. So and that's what we're going to get, this kind of very dull matte surface. So if you like it, you can keep it as is, and if you don't, you can paint it and paint will stick to that perfectly. We can transfer all the bronze back into the container. That was 2 liters and we used like
Still warm.
150, right? So why don't we just double the amount? We double the amount, so it's like 394. Pick somewhere.
Okay, I'm doing 3/4 of a pound. Does that sound reasonable?
This was quite, yeah.
3/4 of a pound. It's heavy.
But you're done.
Well, the other thing about the bronze, actually, when you mix the bronze on metal, actually, no matter what color you put in, it will be overpowered by the metal. Always. So it does sometimes, you know, if you forget to put any kind of brown thing, you see,
It's,
it over. Yeah, I mean, like
did you put pigment in there?
Yeah, I do, but
Did you already?
no, not
Oh,
yet.
you didn't. Okay.
Pigment, or was it the bronze stuff?
That's just the effect of the bronze powder in the mix.
Is that both mixed together or just one?
That's just.
Just one, just one. Shorter. Okay, again, we worry just about getting the details at this point.
Don't block the camera. I need this for posterity.
I need help mentally. Oh, posterity, you said, okay.
Have any of your other lessons gone on to YouTube?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna make you famous, Bob!
Just like Justin Bieber.
Yeah. We'll have to put a rockin' soundtrack to it.
Yeah, exactly. Coming right up.
Yeah, we'll come out. Still busy.
No brush,
Hard
no,
for
no
the
brush.
inside.
Another brush?
So just to get it on this area. Right?
It's still, we can dry further. Don't forget the stuff in those red buckets are almost an hour and a half of them, going on 2 hours. Who wants a
I want to brush and get in there and help you.
Get another one. Do that. Who's holding it? Who is stopping you?
Nice. I get that. Where did Bodie go? Anyone see Bodie anywhere?
He's right here.
Thank you. Did you get it? At the top where the birdie is now. Birdie num nums.
Birdie nose.
Did you ever see that?
That's the party, isn't it?
That's the party, yeah.
Oh,
He comes in.
Birdie num nums.
You know, all I have to say is
I can feel the heat coming off.
I just
this
loved,
already.
Yeah.
I loved him.
okay.
He was brilliant in that.
Yeah.
And I wonder if
And the accent he was
they
speaking.
were talking like this.
Whoa.
I thought when he was
Whoa.
sitting, the best guy in that movie
That's it.
is the way.
Yeah,
And you can drink one too.
amazing.
And how do you get this? You can just sand the bottom down. Exactly about like it.
Does it build up on itself? It's not like a hydrocal where every
No.
time you roll it, it looks...
Well, I mean, little by little, because actually the heat of the previous coat helps to start the
start
reaction.
to
yeah.
react, yeah.
Right.
But you see, it's setting in a flash. It doesn't have the gradual setting of the hydrocal plaster, right?
Right,
So it stops suddenly.
yeah.
So if you really want to build this thickness, you have to go with the small batches, little by little.
And just fill the areas that you're
That's right.
worried about.
Yeah.
It's nice that this thing isn't that unwieldy too, that he can lift it and.
Wow.
No,
He's put like that.
I'm saying,
I know, like if I had to roll this, I
Oh,
mean, I
you-
think my arms would be getting a little...
be in the hospital beside Dean.
No, poor baby. Oh, he sounded depressed, man. Oh, God, his voice was like,
Yeah, you can hear he's
So
devastated.
did they give him something for the pain?
well, he's just waiting to find out if he's having surgery or not. At this point, he's had ultrasounds and...
Good. Good.
Yep.
It's only taken the whole day, as usual.
Yeah, but if he would have gone last night, like I told him...
and you
he
can see
could've-
this one sets very fast.
Yes.
It's only 2 minutes 40 seconds. It's already
There
set.
you go.
So you can see how the
So here, where it's quite thin...
well, it's pretty good still. Okay.
Now, would we do another batch, or do we fill it with foam now and not worry about the thinness of
I
that
wouldn't worry
layer?
about that one.
Okay.
It's pretty good. Okay.
So we wait for this a little bit before we do the foam?
No, no.
Oh, no, wait.
No.